Good evening, guys. I think Glenn said I was coming up the ranks because of my surname being Kok. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of that, anyone here have a daughter? Or is anyone a daughter of sorts? I can see some fun ones here tonight. I've decided myself I want to have a son, but I don't want them to be mentally challenged or slow, I think is the preferred term. So I'll adopt rather. That way there'll be a foster child. Yeah. I decided that if my wife was ever going to give birth to a daughter, as she was going into labour, I would run, get myself a shotgun, be standing there at the ready. As that baby came out, I'm not going to shoot the daughter. I'm going to wait until she turns 13 and her boyfriend decides, let's go have some fun upstairs in the room. And then he's going to hear two big cocks behind him, because I'm going to be standing there and I'm going to go yeah, with the double barrel against the back of his head. This head, obviously, I mean that one. No. Anyway, so yeah, we've reached those ages in our lives, I'm sure most of us here, where we start exploring ourselves, you know, sexually. And back in the day, I didn't have wireless internet, I wasn't privileged enough for that. So I just grabbed one of my friend's FHMs and tore out this little picture of a lingerie model. And I was busy in my room having myself a time, you know. And yeah, my mom, she came, she knocked on the door. She was like, lunch is ready, come and eat. So I was like, cool. Half an hour later, I walk out. She's like, what's fucking taking you so long? So I guess we both had a different meaning for come and eat. Yeah, so obviously I got a bit older. Most people like to say they got wiser. I don't think so much. Went to college. My friends and I decided we were going to go for lunch one day to Gateway. Now, when I was in college, I didn't have a car. And now after going through college and being 23, I still don't have a car. So for your future parents there, if you're ever going to send your kids to college, please do so. It'll get them nowhere, but you'll have wasted about 200 grand. So anyway, we go in a minibus taxi. Obviously, apparently they cause 90% of accidents. I don't know, people just read newspapers and, you know, I'm so smart, I read biased articles. That's where I get my facts from, I don't do my research. Public transport, 90% of your population is in that vehicle, so that would then be why 90% of accidents are caused by them. So we get to Gateway in one piece. I'm glad about this. I decided to sit by the window, being the only white guy. I thought, cool, let me have some form of control, you know. I get there and there's some Indian guy busy walking and he literally stops, and he's got his light here and his light, he gets yanked back, pulls some matrix moves, and he's staring at this taxi. And he's scheming something's not right. He checks me in the window and he's like, okay, cool, white guy, Indians and black, I don't get what's going on, you know? So he walks on, then he stops again and he checks it out. And I reckon he must have been thinking, I know BEE is getting bad, but I didn't realize how much longer white boys would be using our taxis. So anyway, as I was saying, taxis cause 90% of accidents, all that rubbish, whatever. That gave me an idea though. People stop and slow down to look at accidents. So what about accident advertising? You just print a few banners, carry them in your car, see a car accident, you stop, pull out some banners, put them across one of the cars, put them over one of the bodies. Oh wait, you've got people stopping, they're busy looking, they're seeing Eats at Joe's, you know? So now what happens is this other stream of traffic is going to stop. What's going to happen? Another accident's going to be caused. Great. Run to your boot, get another banner, draw a vibe, put it across a car, put it on some bodies, more advertising. Next thing's going to happen. Cops are going to come up, they're going to start radioing in. You've got criminals hacking into their radio stations, so they're going to hear Eat at Joe's. This is like, it's $100 and you're getting all this advertising. Next thing, it's newspapers, internet articles, so much stuff of all this small advertising cost. And then you're going to get free accommodation, free sex for life whether you want it or not, and free food, because they're going to be like, you want to advertise on our public accidents, you're going to jail, my boy. But yeah, I decided to do something a little less risky, a little more chilled, you know. I did one job where I had to test sweets, you know, you taste them and tell them what they like. They gave me these test tube shaped sweets, and in my opinion they tasted quite vile. Job. Anyway, my full-time job is an estate agent, and the other day I heard my colleague on the phone saying to one of her applicants, "Are you looking for somewhere to live?" And I thought to myself, no you don't, fuck, she's looking for somewhere to die. Anyway guys, that's me, thanks very much, you guys have been awesome.